So a few months ago, I woke up and I was like, I don't know if I can do this anymore. I don't know if I can go into work, take this energy and do something that like has turned into dread. And it scared the shit out of me because I have a lot of responsibility. I have bills. I have a family. I have people depending on me. And I decided I'm going to do something about it. So a few months ago, I was like, no more talking, no more coming up with ideas, no more of all the same stuff. I decided I'm going to head out of corporate and I'm going to do something that's crazy to kind of hold me accountable, but to also encourage and inspire other people to do the same. I'm going to share my journey as I do it. So this is the update for my second month in my 10-month exit plan out of corporate America. And you know, it's funny. Like one of the first comments I got on a YouTube video is like, "Oh, your business is going to find out and fire you." And it's like right away, that's like me reflecting back my fears. And I know what I'm sharing with you, it probably scares you too. And that's part of the point is to understand how you're feeling. So I am going to be the guinea pig. I am going to invite you along and show you it's possible and what it's like to, again, hopefully encourage and inspire and motivate you to do the same thing if you're unhappy in your job. And if you love your job, wonderful. But most people don't. They feel stuck. They feel stuck. They don't feel like it's like they're calling. And my soul, I will say, is pissed off at me. Like, you wasted decades, Gavin. And yeah, you know, I've had good jobs. I'm not complaining, but it's become painstakingly hard to just continue with it. So here's the results of the second month in this. Hopefully it could be a little longer, could be a little less. I'm just putting it out there like within 10 months. So this is the reality. This is the truth. This is the candor, is that it's a process. And nothing I am going to share with you is going to be like, oh my gosh, like this is great. And most people are going to be like, this is why I'm not doing this. And this is why when I started before, a lot of times I quit, but this is part of the process. And this is why I'm not quitting. So results. I have 39 YouTube subscribers right now. I think when I did my first video, I think I was around 25. So like 14. What's the first thing that comes to mind? It's like, oh my gosh, I published like 8 videos. I'm not getting the responses I was hoping for. Yeah, that's just, so what it is, I'm letting go. It is what it is. I'm hopefully getting better at these. I hopefully will attract the people who are looking for this and find my people. It is what it is. No worries. 0 clients so far. Understandably, I haven't really launched anything. There is no offer yet. So of course, and that means I haven't made any money. So it's like, wait, Gavin, you're 2 months into this. And yeah, it's only 2 months. It's early, right? And I think that's an important distinction for people to realize is I used to fail because I'd be like, oh, I tried some things. I didn't get enough, sticking things, or I didn't get enough interest. So it must not be a good idea. Like, no, it was just early. I chickened out. And this is part of the process. So here's what I did do in month 2. Lots of activity, worked on important things. Not all this fluff stuff that doesn't matter, but like, what's the most important next step, which is key. So if you've watched any of my other videos, I'm creating what's called the Corporate Escape Lab, which is a process and a system to help people like us, whatever's stopping us, whatever's preventing us, from moving forward, to actually have a system, a process, support, and a lot of love to continue on in that process. And that's what the Corporate Escape Lab is. A lot of what I'm doing is around AI. That's the future, and it's leverage, and it's unbelievable. And if you're not getting on that train yet, you're probably going to get left behind. So I created the first part of my program, phase 1 of the Corporate Escape Lab. It's very cool. I'm like, this is exciting. This is going to help people. I'm creating what I want to overcome what has stopped me, and using AI to do it. And pretty cool so far. Also, I'm going to be doing a paid workshop, kind of teaching people how to get clarity on a business they could start, how to get their exit strategy, what that looks like, the viability of it. And again, all the things that are kind of stopping them in the beginning. And I'm going to have a worksheet on that. So I'll actually probably, a workshop, I should say, I'll have a link below. If you watch this and you would like to get notified when that comes out or even go sign up for it, you can do that below. I also created a beta group page. Again, if you want to get on the waiting list for that, that is going to be my beta, founders group. And I'm looking for some really cool people that are in and want to do this and want to help me kind of refine it and say, hey, these are some things. It's early, so there's some things that could be improved for sure. I created the application page for that. I'm not just letting anybody in. It's got to be the right people who are all about it and ready to commit to themselves and the life they know is possible. I've recorded 8 videos at least in this last month. And I've taken on 1 million emails of people saying, I can help you with SEO and all this stuff, which is part of the YouTube world if you're in that. And then I've learned some really cool things about AI. I'm really going down the rabbit hole with Claude and Cowork and Claude Code. And I'm going to be teaching people how to use AI to improve really every area of their life, but specifically how to take their expertise and turn that into a profitable business that gives them the lifestyle that they've always dreamed of. And it's, with the Corporate Escape Lab, it's building it on the side. That's what I'm doing. And, eventually having enough reserve or enough income and enough proof that it's right, it's time to go. And there has never been a time in history, and I know you hear that hyperbole a lot, but there's every roadblock that anybody who has kind of that entrepreneur experience, the roadblocks are gone. They are gone. AI will solve your problems if you know how to do it, if you know what matters, and you know how to build it. And that's what I'm going to be teaching people how to build is with AI, how to build their business. Likely, just if you want a huge business, you could, but I want it to be just possibly mostly me and maybe 1 or 2 employees to leverage and just to save me some time. I remember reading Tim Ferriss's book, The 4-Hour Work Week. I'd love to get to that, 4 to 8 hours, 2 to 3 hours a day, and play some pickleball, some golf, do more traveling, and have the freedom while providing a ton of value and kind of getting to work with amazing people. So anyway, that's the activity for this month. Now, what's next for me this month is I'm going to be doing that workshop. I'm going to be launching and getting those new founder members. Okay. Doing the paid workshop. I'm going to be learning how to run paid ads, which this has stopped me in the past. Can't stand the marketing aspect of stuff. I can't stand ads. It's not, I don't like it, but I'm building systems and processes and learning so that I can have agents and AI help me do it. And I'm well on that way. Also, I'm intending to have 5 to 10 beta members this month. And so the income will start coming. I want to pour everything into just a few individuals in the beginning to get any kinks out, any bugs, and make it even better. But those founders are going to be people who will be along for the ride, who will have the low pricing that I'm going to have forever, and kind of like my ride or die team. That's what I'm looking for. So now this is the part where I want to be really transparent, is thoughts and feelings of this ride, of this journey, of what it's like. I will say I feel extremely vulnerable. I'm doing these videos, I'm putting it out there, I'm building in public, and shit could go wrong. I'm well aware of that. And that is a little scary. And, am very motivated though that I watched so many videos and seen so many people and they tell you the story afterwards. I want to share the story during. I want to be like that. Anybody could go back on my channel and be like, oh shit, this is where this guy was then. Because what will happen is when you go, come along for the journey and see that, you're like, look where he was. Look how shitty his videos used to be. Look at like the improvement. Look at the vision he had. He did it. And if that guy can do it, I can do it. So I'm sharing this journey with you. And yeah, it's also a little lonely. That's why I want a group. That's why I know that, I want to have a program and attract other people who are similar in with their aspirations for their family, for their life and their second chapter. That's what this is about, is creating the most epic second chapter of your life. And a big part of that is like, what's possible for your purpose and meaning and a kind of business of why you're on this planet and the value you can bring. But also another feeling is I'm starting to grow some confidence with what I'm building. I'm learning more AI. I'm becoming pretty good at it. I'm pretty decent at vibe coding. And I can see the possibility in the corporate escape lab. It's come through. It's even better than I could have imagined so far. And I'm just scratching the surface. I know what it's going to mean for hundreds, hopefully thousands of people, for what's stopping them like it stopped me. So my confidence is growing. Also, I'm dealing with some major demons from my past. You will. If you do something bold and you take it head on, and I'm not asking other people ever to like, oh, you have to share in public. In fact, I would say you should probably kind of keep it on the down low and not tell anyone really. And possibly just find people who like would be in our group who would be supporting and we can support each other. But I'm dealing with like my marketing demons. I'm not a fan of Facebook and Instagram marketing. I know those are a big thing. I've spent money before. I've done YouTube marketing. I've done stuff. And it's just like, I've never stuck around long enough to see how it works. I'm going to do that this time, just like I am with this YouTube channel and everything else I'm doing. But I'm having some doubts and like, oh shit, month 3, like now it's like the rubber's hitting the road and I've got to face my demons. And guess what? We all are going to face that in some area when we take on something like this. That's big. And so I want you to know that. But I'm also as determined as ever. Like, I'm trusting the process. I'm going through the important things. I'm learning. I'm taking a look at my stuff, my limiting beliefs, the fears that are coming up, and I'm handling them. I'm dealing with them. I'm doing these processes, which I'm going to be teaching in there, that it's like, yes, we need a business formula. We need to learn AI. There's all that. But a big part of what I'm going through and that I'll be sharing and teaching is help people overcome that smallness within them, those limiting beliefs, what stopped them in the past, and changing how they see the world and their perceptions. So I'm not going to edit this out. Never had this happen before, but I'm just talking and the camera says overheated and just turns off. That's what happens on the journey. This life happens, crap happens. You just keep going, right? So what I was saying is I'm as determined as ever. Who cares about the camera going out? I'm talking fast because it might go out again. And I'm trusting the process. This is a process. It will take as long as it takes. I'm taking one step at a time. And on that note, I'm following my reset formula, like that framework. Go to my page and watch the videos I have on that. It's huge. It's important. This is a process. It's not like you just go from here to up here. If you're climbing Everest, there is so many things along the way. And that's what I'm building. I want to align with people who are like, I just need the help and the support. I have these ideas and I want to incorporate and learn AI. And, quite frankly, yeah, people can just go and do a lot of stuff on their own, but will they? Are they? And on something like this, when you get exposed to what's possible and you see the light and you see the way, your world will change. I am flabbergasted at what I'm seeing with AI. It is beyond cool and it'll be cool for you. You just have to trust the process. So thank you so much for being here. Like I said, if you're interested in that beta group, there'll be a link below. You can join the waiting list. I'm going to have, a workshop coming up. I'm just looking for 5 to 10 people at most right now. And I'm just excited that you're on this journey. Month 2 in the books. Can't wait for month 3. Talk to you again soon. Much love. Bye-bye.